Right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to begin this lesson by giving all glory, all honor, and all praises unto
Unto
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh.
giving double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who surely do rule well. And as always, we like to say Shalom unto the elect.
Shalom to the elect.
Right, a couple of brothers here gathered together from the hills of Yahushai. I'm the brother,
Hananiah.
I'm the brother Mashallah. Coming back to you again to another bit of edification. Lord's willing, this lesson is edifying, right, based off of the topic for the word of today. So the word of the day for today, June 23rd, 2026. The word is quail.
Let me tell you the word of the day, June 2023. So that June 23rd, 2026, quail. What it means to quail is to feel afraid and often to show your fear in a way that can be clearly seen.
Exactly right.
Although giving a 5-minute speech was a requirement for passing the class, a few students quailed at the thought of public speaking, seeming to shrink behind their desks. See the entry examples. Several came to protest but didn't want their own voices cited. A woman holding a sign reading, "I am a 77-year-old granny for freedom," quailed at the prospect of having a photo in the newspaper. Neil Steinberg, the Chicago Sun-Times, 19th October 2025. Did you know? Turning to the noun quail, referring to any of a number of chicken-related game birds. For information about the verb quail is of little help. The two are etymologically toward are unrelated, and there is nothing specific in the behavior of quails to suggest the verb's meaning. But never fear, the next time you hear quail, think quiver instead.
Quiver and fear.
Although quail and quiver are also unrelated, they both start with a distinctive Q and have meanings involving a physical reaction to fear. When you quiver, as in response to, say, hearing the things that go bump in the night, you shake or move with a slight trembling motion. Quailing often goes a bit beyond trembling. Quail implies shrinking or cowering in fear, as perhaps when the things that go bump in the night suddenly start approaching.
The nations of the earth and the people that currently dwell in the earth shall quail, quiver in fear at the coming of Yahushai. If you give me 2nd Ezra 13 verse 30, Babu Kasha.
The second is just 13 and 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
Right.
And one shall undertake to fight against.
And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Right? Because again, his coming is going to come as a shock and surprise to a lot of people that dwell on the earth. Yeah, the word astonishment, they go ahead.
Astonishment is 1590s state. It is astonishment in the online etymology. My apologies. 1590s state of being amazed or shocked with wonder. See, astonish plus meant earlier it meant paralysis.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Astonish, 13th century, astonine, to stun, strike senseless. From Old French estonner, to stun, daze, deafen, astound. From Vulgar Latin estonare, from Latin ex out, ex out plus tonare, to thunder. See thunder, so literally to leave someone thunderstruck. The modern form influenced by English verbs in ish, such as distinguished, diminish, is attested from the 1520s. The meaning amazed, shocked with wonder is from the 1610s.
And what Yahushua is referring is going to amaze and shock with wonder a lot of people, because what again a lot of them are not expecting him to come. If you give me at 1 Thessalonians 5 from verse 1.
The book of 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Right, Ecclesiastes, I believe, 3. To everything and to every purpose under the sun, there's a time and a season.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, yeah. And
For when
a thief comes, right, usually he comes to the shock of everybody in the home, because again he expects no one to wake up. No one is expected to wake up at his coming while he's plundering the house. And again, Yahushua seeks to plunder the earth of the elect before Esau gets his hands on them. Again, Matthew 24. Except those days be shortened, there should
And
no
no
flesh
flesh
be
be
saved.
saved.
And again, his nomen omen is to save. So again, he is coming like a thief. He is going to plunder the earth of the world's elect. Right? Go ahead.
For when they shall say peace and safety,
Right when everything is calm and tranquil,
then sudden destruction cometh upon them,
the destruction that he is going to bring,
as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
sharp, unexpected labor pains.
But ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief.
So again, you're not in a state where you're being nothing. You know that he's coming. Again, you wait and you watch for it. And again, Yahweh is coming is going to cause people to be struck with fear, and they're going to quiver in fear. They are going to quail, if you give me Revelation 1:7.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. All kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him,
Right?
even so, amen.
Right? And if you could give me Luke 21, chapter 25, again, his return is gonna put people in so much fear that a lot of them are gonna catch heart attacks. Go ahead.
And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon,
Right?
and in the stars, upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
So he's even coming at a time in which the time itself is going to be a quailing time, or a time that causes great quailing in the earth. Again, Matthew 24 makes mention of what? For immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the Son of Man appear. Right, go ahead.
So I just want to go into the word perplexity. Aporia is G 640. Aporia, the state of one who is in perplexity. Let me see. Right, going into the Strongs is G639. Aporio,
Aporeo, yeah.
aporeo, Tawara. Their definition is true. Not to know how to decide
Nah,
or
Salakia. Read the first definitions, go down.
okay, alright. Their definition one to be without resources.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. A lot of people are going to be without the fear of the Lord, which is a very valuable resource in those days to come. Even the parable he would have made with the virgins, right, for the wedding banquet, where he made mention of they're gonna have to carry the lamps with the oil, and it had the five wise virgins, the five foolish. They said, "Come and give us some of our
Right,
oil."
yeah.
Right, our oil representative of what? Wisdom. He says, Blessed is he that what keepeth his garments. Garments again, representative of your wisdom. This wisdom. Go ahead.
To be in
A
straits,
difficult position.
to be left wanting.
Right.
The scripture say,
Yahweh is my shepherd,
"Shepherd,
I
I shall
shall
not
not
want."
want.
Exactly.
Right.
And the Lord ain't gonna be wanting that time. You're gonna give me everything you need.
Right.
Think Isaiah 65 from 12.
Right.
To be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn. I'm not gonna be the seat of the elect,
Right.
but I'm gonna be the seat of these heathen nations, and the 2/3 are Jake. The
Right.
rebels are Jake. They're not gonna know where to go. So they're gonna end up just walking into the hands of Esau.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna go into it. I believe I can't remember. I think it's Matthew 24 as well. The love of many shall wax cold. When you go
Yeah,
into that,
24, I think it's
the
15.
earlier verses, yeah.
Yeah.
When you go into that wax cold, it goes into the Greek word psycho. So them the state the world gonna be in before Yahweh appears, it's gonna be a psychotic place to be in.
As the scripture tell you that too, they shall be what like madmen sparing
Sparing
none. A
none.
second is just 15 or a second is just 16.
Yeah.
To be at a loss,
Second Ezra 16, and from verses 7 to going down, there shall be a great insurrection
intellection
upon
upon
the
the
men
men.
that fear Yahweh. Right?
They tell definition two, to be at a loss with one's self, be in doubt. Definition three, not to know how to decide or what to do, to be
So you're
perplexed.
going to lose the ability, not that you ever had it, of discernment. right? And that's going to cause you to make some very crazy and stupid decisions. So much so to the point, the craziest decision they're going to make is not expecting the sun to return. Again,
I said the
nevertheless,
craziest decision gonna be taking the MOTB.
that too, because what? Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith or not? He's going to meet right before he come. A lot of men gonna lose faith. A lot of men gonna say, "No, I really don't believe he coming again because the world too mad. But he leave it too long here. He probably never coming back." That's gonna be the thought in a lot of men's minds. Lord willing, Babu Kasha, Babu Kasha, Babu Kasha, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem Yochakodash. That not be the thought in any of our minds, because we hope to keep the faith until the end, until death, right? If need be. If I continue,
Luke 21 and 26, men's
right,
hearts failing them for fear
for fear. So what they in that position of quailing, right? Go ahead.
and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. Sorry, Salak. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Right.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
So again, immediately after the tribulation of those days, then shall they see the Son of Man return. So he's going to return at a quailing moment in the earth, right? And his return shall begin the judgment, right? If I give me it, Luke 19, verse 27, Baba Kasha.
Like I just want to get into with the hearts failing for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Is G, yeah, the G 674 a a Aposoko
Pusoko.
Apusoko Tawara Terrification want to breathe out life,
So literally like to take your last breath.
expire, to faint or to faint or sooner. Where on this scripture say what? If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So that gonna be the state and most of the men walk in the face of the planet, on the face of the earth.
And what that is
Most men going on fear because their strength is small, because their strength is not in the Lord, because
exactly, because our
they can't.
strength is
Exactly.
Salakia for cutting off. Just wanted to make a point on the strength. We speaking of spiritual strength, as you will often hear the brothers talk about, store up things in your spiritual bank account. Which is Yahushua even made Matthew 6, set your affections on things in heaven. No, Paul said that. I believe Yahushua would have said, store up your treasures in
You never
heavens,
right.
right? Where moth and rust doth
Don't
not corrupt.
corrupt.
One of those treasures is what? Your spiritual strength to last in these last days. But
Because
go ahead,
that
Salak.
the thing we gotta get what? The strength of Samson in these days. Samson can be them in my own strength.
Exactly.
It's only the Lord.
Can,
It's only
can,
the Lord able to do that.
can.
Case in point, when we ever read the scriptures, anytime you see anybody kill a whole load, like a ridiculous number of people, or vanquish a ridiculous number of enemies in the scriptures, it's always by the strength of the Lord, whether it be a literal angel or the Lord grant them strength to do that.
Can,
And regular man can't.
can. If you give me a time. Because again, his return shall begin the judgments, right? If you give me Wisdom of Solomon 1 from, sorry, Wisdom of Solomon 5 from verse 1.
So, maybe it's my Solomon. I think it's, yeah. Maybe it's my Solomon. 5 and we say from verse 1.
Yeah.
Right. There is another Psalm 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Quail when they see what is salvation. Go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Because again, what is going to save him? Zechariah 5. The same thing that's going to destroy the earth. Go ahead, read it.
And they repenting
No,
and
no, no, Salat.
of
In fact,
Zechariah
I could
5.
now you could read verse 3 and then you could go to Zechariah 5 here.
With Psalm 5 and 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he who we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach.
About repenting and groaning in anguish.
So
What?
what they
Quailing.
quailing.
Quailing. Yeah. Quivering in fear. Why? Because of what we're gonna read about in that Zechariah 5.
Eh,
Because the same thing that's gonna save them, save the elect, is the same thing gonna destroy a lot of people. Gonna cut off a lot of people. Go ahead.
Zechariah 5 and verse
One.
Read 1, right? Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. He said, Isaac, then he said unto me, This is a curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it.
And we're just speaking about the chariot, the so-called UFOs or UPAs. Yeah.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. I bring it forth, saith Yahweh Shemeshah of hosts, and shall enter into the house of the thief, and to the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name,
Right.
and shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with timber thereof and the stones thereof.
And that is the whole point. Imagine a man now has to stand up and look at himself get blasted by a chariot. Is that not something that's going to cause him to quiver? Yes, it is. Because even seeing a chariot in the sky and it ain't doing nothing that's caused these people to quiver because they don't understand what it is they're watching. Jeremiah 10 and 2, if you could read that, Babu Kasha.
Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. Right from verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh Shem Yeshai speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yeshai, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs
Signs
of
of heaven
heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. There's something into
that would
that word
dismayed,
dismayed, yeah.
right? The heathens are shocked at the signs of heaven, right? And again, this world have developed and I try to remember the word adopted the customs of the heathen, right? And I said this world mainly speaking of the nation of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, part is H 2065.
Hatha or Hathat.
To be shattered, be dismayed, be broken, be abolished, be afraid.
Be afraid. They are afraid at the signs of heaven, and to be honest, the right to be.
And
Why? Because the signs of heaven, when it meets them, are going to terrify them, right? Because again, when a chariot is met by a heathen, right? That heathen is going to be blasted, vaporized. Think the pillar of smoke, the pillar of fire that warded off and kept the Egyptians at bay, saving the Israelites from running into them. Right? Where you think that chariot was doing was zapping niggas. Go ahead.
is definition 1, to cause to be dismayed, to dismay, terrify, to shatter.
Yeah, yeah. If you give me now, and again, this is why it was said in Revelation 6.
Isaac, I want to read a strong
So that guy,
definition. A primitive root properly to prostrate, hence to break down either literally by violence or figuratively by confusion and fear.
ooh, quailing. This is what the chariots are going to cause, that quailing. And we know that if you give me Revelation 6. This is what was said in Revelation 6 was said. Revelation 6, I believe, verse 16.
These ancient rocks fall on us and
Yeah.
hide us from him.
Because they would have rather had to face death by large stones falling on their head than have to deal with Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is who driving themselves, same chariots, spaceships, UFOs, whatever you want to call it, that going to cause these people to quiver in fear. Go ahead.
In Revelation 16, Revelation 6 and 16. Are you from 15?
Yeah.
And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks,
Fall
Fall
on
on
us.
us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, Yahweh, and from the wrath of the
The
Lamb.
Lamb.
For the great day of his wrath is come, and
And
who
who shall
shall
be
be able
able
to
to stand?
stand?
And that is the whole point right there. Nobody's going to be able to stand. That's why every man was put in fear. Scripture said that. Put the nations in fear, O Yahweh. Think like Psalms um
Yes.
83, the last verse. If not Psalms 83:18, you could go to Psalms 9 and it will say it's one out of them chapters. Put the nations in fear of Yahweh that they may know that to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, I read that. It's Psalms 83 and the last three verses.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
It's Psalms 83 and from 16. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh Bashem Yoshai.
Mm.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
But speaking of the heathen nations, go up to verse 8, reach the verse 5, verses 5 to 8, speaking about what the conglomerate or confederacy of heathen nations in the earth who plot against the nation of Israel to the intent or to the end that what we should be wiped off from the face of the earth. Go ahead. And our name should be no more remembrance. Those nations. Go ahead.
Can we verse 13 as well? Verse 12. Who said, let us take to ourselves the house of power in possession.
Mm.
But that be it is the actual land or the
Or the
people.
temple, right? Know ye not that ye are the temple of power, except ye be reprobates, or the temple of the Most High dwelleth in you, or Yahweh said that the kingdom of heaven is in you. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Let them be confounded and troubled forever, yea, let them be put to shame and perish,
Right.
that men may know that thou whose name alone is Yahweh art the Most High over all the earth.
Salah, good one, but I don't think it's this one. I talk about the one be but men. I think that's Psalms 9. Psalms 9, last verse.
Psalms 9, 20. Let's see if it's
Put them in shame,
yes.
put them in fear. Yeah, go ahead.
In Psalms 9, I read from 19. Arise, O Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, let not man prevail, let the heathen be judged in thy
The
sight.
nations, right?
Put them in fear, O Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, that the nations may know themselves to be but men, Selah.
Be but men. This
So
is
what
why
let
we
them quail before you, so that they know that they are but insignificant.
right. So they are not gods, right? Revelation 6:16 again. Let the mountains and the rocks fall on us and hide us from that wrath, right? Because them know they ain't ready for that smoke, but they're still gonna get it. And what the psalmist says, begging the Lord to do this, well, the Lord definitely plans to put these nations in fear. If you give me Zechariah 14:12, which the next means the Lord is going to use to make these nations quail before him, or what is going to cause the quailing of these nations. The missiles. Go ahead.
Is Zechariah 14 and 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Bashem Yoshai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume
Consume
away
away in
in
their
their
mouth.
mouth.
If you give me Revelation 14, 9 to 10. Again, they're going to know it was Yahweh who was responsible for this. Yahweh is going to come simultaneously with the destruction of America to witness it, right? So what they're going to say, well, he was responsible. Go ahead.
Revelation 19 10,
40.
14 and 9, Salah. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his
If
image,
anybody accept another God besides me,
and receive his mark in his forehead
confirming the worship, yeah,
or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
right.
And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the
Yeah,
mark of his name.
yeah, if you give me Isaiah chapter 2, verse 17.
2, so 2, 17. This is Isaiah 2 and 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low,
He's going to humble and humiliate the nations of the earth.
and Yahweh Bashem Yoshai alone shall be exalted in that day.
Right,
And the idols he shall utterly abolish,
right.
and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the
To
earth.
shake terribly the earth, and again, he's going to shake it by the means of the missiles. Jeremiah 50:25. If you could read that, Babu Kasha.
In Jeremiah 50 and 25. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai opened his armory, and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the ruler, Yahweh Bashem Yoshai of hosts. in the
in the
land
land of
of
the
the
Chaldees. This
Chaldeans.
is his word. This is why Yahweh is going to be coming simultaneously with the missiles. It's going to be known around the earth that Yahweh is responsible. Give me Isaiah 13, verse 5, Brother Kosher.
Isaiah 13 and 5. And they come from a far country.
The
So
missiles.
actually from 4.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise, and the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh Bashim shall have hosts, mustered the hosts of
To
the
the
battle.
battle.
They come from a far
So he
country.
gathered all these nations in this one place to destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
Zephaniah 3:8.
From the end of heaven, even Yahweh Bashim shine the weapons of
Of
his
his
indignation
indignation
to destroy the whole land.
to destroy the whole land. The return of Yahweh Shai and the ensuing and culminating events after the subsequent return of Yahweh Shai is going to cause these nations to quail. And we'll read Joel chapter 2, verse 6 to close again. You're going to come, and if you don't repent of your wicked ways, you're going to come face to face with a missile. Go ahead.
There's Joel 2, Selah, and verse 6. Before their face, the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather
And
blackness.
before the face of what? Before the face of the missiles, when you read
Like from 3.
verse 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, it's speaking about the missiles being likened unto an army. So before the face, the appearance,
Okay.
the sight of these missiles, the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. aka what? They're gonna quail. If you could
And
just go into that word, to that, yeah,
piece of time to prove that is a message, right?
yeah.
There's Revelation 13, I think it's 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Fire come down from heaven
Yeah.
in the sight of men.
I was at 13, the Revelation 13 and 13, and do it great wonders, so that he make it fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Fat Boy, Little Man, and we'd say the appearances them, I believe it's verse 5, a fire devoured before them and behind
True.
them. Verse 3, a fire devoured before them and behind them a flame burner. That is speaking about the nuclear missiles, and before the face of the missiles the people shall be much pained. If you go into that word pained, Baba Kasha,
Because
and you could go into the word blackness as well, we close with that. Yeah.
and we know, in the same Revelation 13, was like, who was able to make war with him?
Exactly. So they know when a missile coming to hit a country, there's not much you could do except get ready to die. Right? KGB.
And there's H 202342 Kaya La
Nah. Yeah. Khayal or Khawal.
Khawal. BDB definition: want to twist, whirl, dance, writhe,
Fear,
fear,
tremble,
tremble, travail,
travail.
be in anguish, be pained.
Right? At the sight of the missiles, to wait anxiously, because again you know it's T minus 10 seconds and you
Because
find yourself in ground zero, and the only way out is up.
talk about the noise and pestilence. You know when that missile dropping, you hear that whistle?
Ooh, you know it coming. Wait is if the righteous
Yes,
scarcely
to be
be saved,
saved.
where shall the sinner and the ungodly be found? All these precepts gonna be in the minds of these people coming to their head. And they're gonna be like, but I'm not gonna get saved, am I? And as a result of that, they're gonna be quailing. Right, go ahead.
E2 writhing, suffering, torture.
They're gonna be tortured. It's going to be mentally torturing to them to have to know that they're not gonna be saved and gonna have to stand up for an hour in fire and be burnt to death. Right? If you give me it
The blackness.
blackness, yeah. Go into that blackness and we see.
See,
Pa'arawa. Parawa. Parawa.
means glow, heat meaning dubious. Let me see what's in Strong's.
If you go into that word, this one, dubious, and see what it says.
Properly. Right, there is dubious, adjective from the 1540s, puzzling, occasioning doubt, occasioning doubt or uncertainty.
Which they're going to be uncertain whether or not they're going to be saved at the sight of these missiles, right?
Doubtful, hesitating in opinion, doubtful, from Latin dubium, doubt, neuter of dubious,
Vacillating,
vacillating, moving two ways, fluctuating.
right? So again, these people are going to be
Figuratively,
losing their minds,
yeah,
which is
figuratively
perplexity.
wavering in opinion, doubting, doubtful.
Exactly, they're gonna be losing their minds again. Psycho, love of many shall wax cold. But then what the perplexity is gonna come upon them, because what ultimately they know they ain't gonna be saved. But they don't know where, they don't know if they could eat a missile, but they will. They will quail before the Mosiah, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai at his coming. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and that you were edified. In closing, we like to say, Kala Layam La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rucha Kodash. Like to give double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of great milestone who surely do it well. And as always, we like to say Shalom unto the elect.
Shalom to you.
Right. So your brother say Maya Shala.
And Hanana.
Until next time, we like to say
Shalom.
Shalom.
Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.